Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd show you guys how I go about building kind of small scale realistic trees. So what I thought I'd do is, as you can see here, I'm going to try and build kind of live 3 different variants of trees. So I'm going to do a oak variant, a kind of spruce variant, and a birch variant. So for these I'm using spruce fences for the oak leaves or the oak tree. I'm using dark oak for the spruce, and I'm using oak fence for the birch. Now you could use birch fence, however in the resource pack, the birch fence is a lot thinner. So you could still use it if you're using my pack, but I tend to use oak fences anyway, because I think they kind of look nice next to the birch. So what I thought I'd do is, I'm literally doing this live, so, and it's been a little while since I built trees, I'll be honest, so I'm just gonna kind of go for it. So what I tend, like the most simple kind of design is to go about 3 fences, place a couple leaves here, and then you just gotta kind of yeah, something like that. So it's as simple as that. It's a very simple kind of small scale oak tree. Now you could even develop this, or well, kind of take it down a little bit and just kind of go very skimpy on the leaves. So you might want to just do something like that, and that looks smaller again, but it's still very different. So that looks quite good. Now for the birch, I would do something similar. So you can just do, you know, 3 fences, and then just kind of do your leaves however you really want it to look. Now again, it's just something that you play by eye. I would try and make your spruce trees more kind of, what's the word, taller, but kind of boxy at the same time, because those tend to grow not out so much, more kind of more up and a little bit wide, but not so much. So I like to make those taller than the oak trees regardless. So I think for this kind of slightly larger variant here, I'm going to do four fences up. I'll just add the leaves here. Now what I like to do is I just like to kind of throw leaves on, and then I kind of go in afterwards and I'm like, well, hey, this doesn't look right here, so what I might do is like take that out, for example, and then add an extra leaf there. Now that looks a bit too wild. Now it looks a bit too boxy, so I think, no, now it looks too piney, so I'm going to remove that, put that there. Okay, so this looks okay. So as you can see, it's tall, but it's kind of more of a bush. Now you can also use, you know, I'm using these, I try to aim for realism, but I kind of just go for it at the end of the day, so I tend to just go with what looks the best. But you can always kind of follow images on Google Images, for example, of trees, and kind of use those for inspiration. I'm going to do spruce last, because that's kind of, I suppose you could say, it's a little bit different to these ones. But what I thought I'd show you guys is how I kind of go about doing very small saplings. So what you could do is you could just do wrong leaves, something like that for like a kind of small sapling, or you could even go even smaller. I'm running out of space on the thing here, and just do a single leaf block on the thing, maybe put a leaf block next to it, and that just kind of shows, you know, you could use that for a bush, but it kind of shows that the tree's starting to kind of grow. Now you want to do a similar thing for the birch, so I probably wouldn't make it, I'd probably make it 2 blocks high as well. Obviously trying to go for this boxy kind of shape here. Yeah, that looks okay. It's very similar to the other one, but it works. And again, for the kind of tiny sapling, again, something similar like that. Okay, so now I'm saying okay a lot, I'm really sorry. It's been a while since I've recorded, so I'm not really tuned in as much. Okay, so with the spruce, I'm going to really play around here, because I normally make very large spruce trees. I don't tend to divert and make ones that are smaller, so I'm just going to kind of play around. So early on, spruce trees, if you look at kind of this, the spruce sapling here is a good example. I'll get some string. So I'll put this here just to kind of have as a reference. So as you can see here, the spruce sapling kind of starts off with a lot of branches, so I don't particularly want it to be as small as this. So I'm probably going to start off the 1 tier. I'm going to call this the 1st tier, 2nd tier, 3rd tier, 4th tier. 1st tier is going to be kind of more bushy, but I want it to kind of look more cone shaped. Okay, so I think this kind of looks okay. Again, it's all down to personal taste, because to some people that won't look right, but to me I think that kind of works as a tree. I think it looks decent. What I might do though is just add an extra fence block there and remove actually no, I'm going to keep that there, and I'm just going to keep it like this, because here's the thing with trees: the more you play around with them, the least likely you're going to finish it, because stuff will just like carry on not really looking right. So next what I'll do is I'll kind of build a slightly larger one, and I think I'll just place the trunk down for this one now. So I'm going to do 3 tiers for the spruce, because these kind of trees like spruce and pine are very tall, so I can't, if I did the full 4 tier I'd end up with a full size tree, and that's not really the aim. The aim of this video is to kind of show you guys how I go about making kind of smaller looking trees. Okay, so what I like to do is, for these slightly larger ones, is to just kind of get your height sorted out. So I think this is a good height, you know, it's a little bit taller than the smaller one, but it's not too tall to the point where it looks like it's stretching it a bit. So the next thing I want to do is, I don't really want to place leaves underneath these fence blocks. Sometimes it's really hard to avoid doing. Sometimes it looks okay, so it's just down to you really. Place that there. Okay, so I think this looks good for this, the kind of medium size small tree. Medium, small, that doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean, it's kind of a slightly larger, smaller one. So for this one, I'm going to do a similar thing, only this time I'm going to incorporate more of these kind of branches. So I think that'll be enough. So what I would do here is place your leaves on top of the branches, bring it up as high as you want. I'd say that's kind of cool because we've got a nice bit of elevation here. Now you want to go in and add the branches to the sides and stuff. So what I like to do is kind of almost like a staircase in a way, and then you can just start building it up over time like this. You may also on one side want to kind of have less leaves, so here for example it's quite thick on this side but less thick on that side. That just gives it a lot more shape and detail. In fact, you know, I'm not even going to add any more to this because I think it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. I'm quite happy with it. I may as well show off a different design. I saw this on Diverging Realms a little while ago. I'll try and remember it off the top of my head. Where can I fit it in? Yeah, I'll just build it over here, going out of the chunk here, but may as well. It's just kind of like a little Christmas tree, I think. I really can't remember how to build this properly, so bear with me. This might end up looking real bad. So I think it was something like that. It's like a very small scale tree there, and you can kind of add, again, these extra leaves on the side to kind of show a bit of growth. So yeah, that's another small kind of scale tree there. Very similar to that one, I suppose you could say, only it's got leaf blocks going right along the bottom. But yeah, I'm going to throw on some shaders real quick so we can check this out. BSL. Right. That was a voice crack. Right, cool. So if I just set time to day. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some kind of cool different tree designs here. So we've got oak, we've got birch, and we've got spruce. Let me know if you guys have kind of enjoyed this video. I really want to I love the natural side of Minecraft, as I mentioned, I'm sure before. So if you guys want to kind of see more about natural builds and stuff, and kind of how to do terraforming and things like that, then just let me know, because I'd be more than happy to make those kinds of videos for you guys. Again, at the moment I'm kind of looking for video ideas. I want to know what you guys want to see, so give me some ideas down below. You know, ideas are welcome. I've been asking on my Discord as well, so you know, don't be afraid to kind of give me some ideas within reason, obviously, and I'll have a look-see. But anyway guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my Discord link in the description down below. That's somewhere you can, you know, kind of chat with me, kind of ask me questions, ask for help, etc., share builds, talk to other people who are also playing Minecraft and that kind of stuff. But yeah, make sure to share the video guys, leave a like and all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.